kia ora and welcome back to the Irirangi Control 99.4. We are diving into one of my favourite segments of the week, and I have the homie in the studio across from me. I just have to wait for this lovely little sting to load. 3, 2, and...
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Finance Fridays with Coupe and Baby. Kia ora and welcome back to Finance Fridays. How's it going, Bevan? Welcome back.
Good, yeah, welcome. Welcome everyone to the show.
Welcome everyone. It's a party. But later today, 8:42, I started playing songs. We were actually talking about Finance Fridays before we jumped on today.
That's right.
Which often leads to a more coherent show.
Yeah, like last week was a little bit all over the show. If we didn't have our buddy Alex Jones on the show last week, it would have gone nowhere.
Oh, far out. I went home and played that multiple times that afternoon. It just makes me laugh. They're eating your children or something like,
I don't like it when they put chemicals in the water that make the friggin' frogs gay.
Amazing. But hey, we actually have exciting finance news, and we've been talking about it for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Like it's been a big lead up to this. I guess it's like a
once in a 35
moment.
year, yeah, once in 35 year moment, basically.
Tell us a bit about what's gone on, Bevan.
So there's been a couple of strong stock markets around the world. The US has been one, but the other one has been the Japanese stock market. Yeah, ever since last year, it's been on a bit of a tear. Like the currency over there has devalued a lot, so that's always really good for exporters in a country. And Japan's like a manufacturing exporting powerhouse. So, we pulled up the chart, and it's the first since 1989 the Japanese stock market has retaken the all-time high.
It's taken its all-time high back, and it's been interesting because we've talked about it for a couple of weeks now. The way they've gone about it is kind of like the future of what we can expect from our markets as such. Well, it is it'd be not an ideal future, but a future that we could model from.
Exactly. A lot of economists are sort of predicting that what happened in Japan will eventually happen in one form or another to all of the modern economies, and sort of like Japan is just a little bit ahead of everyone else when it basically... It had a huge, debt-driven, growth-driven asset bubble, as you call it, in the 80s. Like the real estate prices for example, I think it was like the Imperial Palace in somewhere in Tokyo, or so, it was worth more than all of the real estate in California. Like this is just like how much Japan was booming, in the 80s, like the late 80s. It was almost sort of taken as a given that the Japanese economy would eventually overtake the US economy at that time.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone was learning Japanese at school and all of that sort of stuff, and
like I mean, like in the sense of like looking from the outside at Japan, it was like, especially at that time, like it was so modern, like and it was so technologically advanced. And like they were the ones pushing TV technology all the way to aircon technology, like everything. Like, you know, they were the ones that were, like, designing and innovating, and they were doing that part of it. Like, they had all the IP.
Yeah,
they were going so hard at that stuff, eh?
Yeah, you did right. They were leading the world in technology, and it sort of got into a stage now where they're not really. And they're still doing interesting technology compared to what other people are doing, but there's other nations on board doing interesting technology as well, eh? Yeah, and what they've sort of done is like taken their strengths in manufacturing and just like tripled down on them, and still, like, I don't know, like Japan, to me, like if I could pick one country around the world to have like all the products from, it would like almost be Japan.
Yeah, and it's because you know, like it's quality.
Yep.
It's always quality from there, and like you pay a premium for the quality.
Yep.
And you think about it, like the way that they dominated the games industry early on and stuff like that, and that was all quality stuff. You can pick up a Sega Mega Drive now, and it will still freaking work. And that's like a testament to their quality as well, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Yeah, they like just automotive, like motorbikes.
Yep, motorbikes,
jet skis, electronics,
and all their engines for a lot of their vehicles. You run a Honda,
mate,
their engines go forever.
They do, yeah.
And it's the alloy that's like an aluminium alloy that they use. It's like light but strong and like lasts forever as well, eh?
Yeah. They were like leading engine development technology through Formula One and even like 50s or 60s, like as Japan was sort of coming back out of the war as they were sort of rebuilding. And the story of the economic growth can like really be sort of put down to a sort of a mixture of central control and free market economics. Like sort of there was because the West and America was involved in rebuilding Japan, and so it got a lot of these ideas of efficient competition, trying to sort of get all of their businesses as efficient as possible. Like they have 5 different automakers,
and they're all massive, and they're all some of the biggest in the world to this day.
Yeah.
Especially in places like New Zealand, we love their cars.
We love their cars.
Like you look out on our streets.
Yeah.
Every second car is a Japanese-made vehicle.
We're sport for choice too. We got all the real good ones,
and we're close to them. To us, it feels like we're so far away from them, but we're actually quite a close market for them, aren't we? Like
a couple time zones away too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's all the Asia Pacific area, basically. New Zealand, Australia, Japan, and the Chinese markets. We all sort of get lumped together, and if any Americans or Europeans, they want to know if they're like, oh, you're from there, like they want to know about those markets.
Yeah, because we're part of them essentially, like in a time zone slot, vertically down the planet. Yeah. But that's really, really exciting news, isn't it? To see that they're breaking records. Yeah. And is there what are your kind of predictions? What do you think could happen going forward, or what have you read could happen going forward for their market?
I'm I don't know about the valuation level. It may essentially be sort of too expensive, at the moment to sort of just jump in. Yeah. But I'm long term reasonably bullish on economies like Japan and South Korea and Vietnam and stuff like Thailand. In that area, there's a lot of growth coming from Asia. Not necessarily Japan itself might not continue to grow extremely strongly population-wise and everything. It's obviously in a bit of a demographic decline in that regard.
That's right.
From an economic point of view, there's every potential for those economies to keep going extremely well, and tying it back to as well the political angle of those countries. For example, it just came out that the Japanese government they committed some maybe it was 1.2 or 1.3 billion dollars for the rebuild effort in Ukraine after the war. Cool. Yeah, so
they're committing to and I think that's probably a wise idea when you talk we've talked about, they've kind of maximized their efficiency and their manufacturing, and now it's about creating those connections.
Alliances, so they're very much tied to the Western sort of way going forward.
And they when you look at the East, have always been that kind of forefront runner as being a part of the Western markets, always.
And this was sort of Japanese culture in that area. I know with the car culture, because I follow that quite a lot. Thailand, those sorts of places, they just love Japanese culture and stuff. And
because
Japanese
they do it so good, and that's what's really choice about it, it doesn't even have to just be it doesn't even have to be a purely Japanese thing. If they find something like rockabilly or something, they just do it so well. You see, and they'll all be doing dance competitions in something called Elvis Square, where they're all it's crazy. The Bossazukos, all the cool freaking motorbikes, and they just sit there having rev battles. Bang, 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 bang.
The 250s, Max or something.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah, they're all GN 250s souped to crazery.
There's some law there for a long time where essentially a motorcycle under a certain cc didn't need to have some sort of expensive register. So basically all the gigs or like the stuff, they all ended up with like those smaller ones.
Yeah, because they didn't have to go do any more certifications on them. They could just chuck massive bars out the back and weld. But yeah, like you were talking about there, it's been a good knock-on flow for the rest of the Asian market. We've talked about for a while how a lot of China's manufacturing has moved into that Southeast Asian market, and it's really bolstering them. Like, you know, you get really high quality products out of places like Thailand and Indonesia and Vietnam and those places.
Yeah, now, they're slowly moving up the value chain. And so Vietnam's, like, for example, actually has the opposite of Japan and China, where they have the huge lower demographic, like in the child, in the sort of like the working age people is the biggest.
They've got lots of workers.
So they into the future they'll enjoy that same what they called it the demographic dividend that China really benefited from in the 2000s and that, where they're sort of growing like as quick as they were. There's a lot of talk out of China at the moment of trying to sort of... the government has finally come around to the idea now that they're going to have to try to sort of help the economy and to help manage it and stuff. And we've sort of talked about
this. I mean, when have they not done that?
In terms of like the private sector, there's always been this tricky balance within China, because there's state-owned enterprises and there's private companies, and if you look, it's always the state-owned ones that are more successful.
Yeah, and that's right. And the private companies, I think we've chatted about this a little bit before. The private companies kind of try to get on the good side of the government officials, and then they kind of become a state company. That's kind of where you want to sit. Like, but you got to start private, is what the government is saying, and then come to us and beg from us. And bribe us. And siphon your funds this way, and then, you're good at siphoning funds straight to the gut. Like, we like you. Hey, if anyone's listening out there, these are just theories. I'm chucking to the abyss. No.
The China Economic Development Consult here. We got the round table up here. We're sort of floating some ideas out there.
Ideas.
And CCP's
I mean, they do have enough. They have enough students up here that if they wanted to take us down, bro, they could. They could. Talking about Bossa Zuko cars. I'm going to go back to Bossa Zuko cars because I really enjoy that part. Have I shown you these before?
No. Oh, that's okay, yeah. Oh, wow.
Just look up Bossa Zuko, spelled BOSOZUKO cars, and go to the Google images, and you will see some madness.
Wow, yeah.
It's like straight pipes out of the front of the hood.
Yeah.
These are exhaust pipes, like proper. Yeah. Like, these guys are crazy. They've got like what would you call that? A front wing?
Front splitter that's like...
front splitter that's 2 meters out the front of the car.
Oh, wow. It's like a cattle catcher off a train almost.
Yeah. It looks like something post-apocalyptic, to be fair.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, imagine a Tesla truck done up like this.
It'll be a matter of time, yeah.
A matter of time, only a matter of time.
Japan, I'm sure.
I don't think it's old enough for this current Bossa Zuko culture, but maybe in 20 years' time.
Yeah, when they start getting all run down and be a rat rod Tesla.
Yeah, rat rod Tesla.
They got the rusty panels. Oh my gosh. On them,
that would be like just that phrase alone, rat rod Tesla. Great band name. You can have it if you're listening. Rat Rod Tesla. Like Bevan's giving it away.
Yeah,
I'm saying that Bevan's giving it away.
There's like a wide variety of genres. I could see that.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see the Japanese market doing well.
Yep. S&P 500's at 5,000.
Wow.
Bitcoin at 50,000 up over.
They're all hanging out. Hey, I've got a new toy, by the way, guys at home. If you haven't used it already, TradingView. It's great. It just changed my life. I've been going on to Yahoo, looking at the craziest, pooiest graphs for so long. And today, Bevan showed me the future.
TradingView.com, we recommend that. We just sort of found there's like some some free version limitations, but still you can jump on. And so we found if you click on the plus up at the top left hand side, you can actually pull up new charts. But we were trying to add some to the watch list, and you can't create a watch list on the free trial. Yeah.
So I'm signed up now. It's official. I've given them my data. They'll sell it. It's a finance company.
But you'll get some nice charts in the meantime.
Yeah, that's it. Just for now.
You can even put it on dark theme too.
I've got it on dark theme. So you don't want bright lights in your face for the entire
when you're staring at charts for 5 hours in the middle of the night. No way.
Yeah, that's right. Looking at Bitcoin, it is absolutely killing it, like you said. Yeah. It's crazy that it's getting up near some of its highs.
What was the high? Like, I think it is still way off its high. It only peaked at that high for sort of a reasonable short
second.
Time. Yeah, it's like 68. Yeah, that
and it's currently at 51.
Yeah,
and I mean it's been like we talked about it settling when those ETFs came out, but now it's having a little surge.
You're right.
It's moving towards. It's moving towards those all-time highs, isn't it?
It's gone past the buy the news, sell the facts stage.
Yeah, it was kind of,
I think we were sort of predicting it would enter into like a long, steady sort of rally after that, but it's actually
still climbing,
ripping it off that. If it does get back to its all-time highs, I guarantee it'll be quicker than the Japanese stock market. That's for sure.
It won't be 30 years.
35 years.
Far out. But that's really cool. And that must be exciting for everyone involved out there as well. I'm sure, the government economic team are very happy with what they've done in the last few years.
Central banks around the world are like, yay, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But it's really, really interesting to see that. I mean, it's been a part of public knowledge since 2012.
Yes, right. It's sort of rose into the what would you call it? The vernacular,
the mainstream.
Yeah, the term Bitcoin. It sort of was like before even people had heard the word crypto.
Yep.
It was
Bitcoin, definitely. It was like the coin. Like it was. No one was really talking about the market around it or any other ones. Like it was like Bitcoin, and it got super, like there was that massive surge in like kind of 2018, 2019 when everyone was like, and then everyone went nuts over COVID.
Yeah, that's right. That's when a lot of meme stocks and cryptos and anything like people just had the spare time and the government stimmy checks to go like
straight up.
Yeah. Dumping it into just
put that whole 100 and whatever bucks straight into Bitcoin. Some of those people could have a lot of money right now.
Yeah,
most of them probably just drew it out on the weird loans that they have on those weird crypto bank apps. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, all signed up to FTX and just lost it all. Yeah, in the spirit of that, just also keep an eye out for other type of like meme coin investments and stuff like that too. Like we're talking about Bitcoin here and stuff, but it's not like a blanket like statement to just like go jumping into crypto.
Yeah. We're talking about a specific coin.
Yeah, like as you said, like the coin. It was sort of before crypto was even
still
a
is
thing.
The coin. If you see that, like you're like, that's crypto. Like Bitcoin. You know it.
Yeah,
you know it. That's Bitcoin.
Yep. Sorry.
We've got some random stuff playing in the background. Hey, it's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you this morning, Legend. It's always fun, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.
Yeah, and plenty more to talk about next week, no doubt.
Always. Hey, now I've got this chart. I might just find a random currency and see if you even have any knowledge on it. Yeah,
a random currency.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds.
Not a currency. A random market.
Oh, okay.
I'll find a random market.
Oh, some country, yeah. Like jumping around
Nicaragua.
the
world. Do they have a market? Nicaragua? They have to, right?
I'm not sure, which countries have, like, stock exchanges in that area.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, like, Nigeria and places like that, you would very much likely have stock markets.
Yeah, go do some... what? That is the weirdest graph I've seen ever.
Even New Zealand,
it's an insurance thing or something.
We've got a relatively sophisticated quote unquote stock market, but it's still like a baby, compared to these other ones around the world.
Choice.
What do we got?
Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh.
As soon as I'm not looking at Bitcoin, I don't know what I'm looking at anymore.
That's it.
Or markets that are tracking positively.
Just want to pull up all the conspiracy assets. Gold, Bitcoin,
yeah. Gold always.
Silver. Yep, all of those.
Trading barrels of oil. Awesome. It's been fantastic catching up with you, legend. We've got a little ditty.
Oh.
Dance time, baby. 901 here on Radio Control. Thank you so much, Bevan.
You're welcome. Thank you. Woo! Oh, yeah.